Hi, it's Mike Pangia, and today's project is angel food cake. Now, this is an interesting dessert item because it has no fat at all in it. It has no butter, no milk, no cream, no shortening. So it's very light, and when you feel like you must have a sweet, you must have a dessert, it's a good choice when you're watching your weight, watching your calories, watching your fat intake. Not that you have to be on a diet to enjoy it. It's a beautiful thing. Here are the ingredients and the step-by-step instructions to make a perfect, beautiful angel food cake. First, we'll have to separate a dozen large eggs. It's important not to let any of the yolk get in with the egg whites, so I'm using a small bowl to start the separation process. Good time to preheat your oven. Set it to 325 degrees Fahrenheit or 165 Celsius. Now for a successful angel food cake, we need extra fine sugar. And the normal granulated sugar in the US is not fine enough. So what we'll do is use a food processor or a blender to make it even finer. You can see how fine it is, almost like a powder. Now we'll want to reserve 1 cup of this extra fine sugar for later. Now I'm going to measure out 133 grams of cake flour. You cannot use all-purpose flour. That'll be a mistake. It'll ruin the cake. Make sure you have cake flour. I'm going to put 1/4 teaspoon of salt in with that. And then put the whole thing back in with the remaining sugar. Now I'm going to pulse it just a little to get it mixed. I'm going to use a stand mixer. If you don't have a stand mixer, you could use a hand mixer. I set it up with the whisk attachment, and we're going to put the egg whites in the mixing bowl, plus 1½ teaspoons of the cream of tartar. Now we're going to run this at medium-low speed until it's frothy. Once it's frothy, I'm going to increase the speed a little bit and gradually add in that 1 cup of sugar that we reserved. We're beating this mixture until we get soft peaks. At this point, I'm going to mix in the vanilla extract. Now we're going to use a fine mesh strainer and sift in the flour mixture that we made earlier. About 1/3 of it at a time, and then we'll fold it in. Now we fill our ungreased ring pan or tube pan with the batter. into the oven she goes. Okay, it's been 1 hour, and I'm going to give it the toothpick test. I'm really using a thin wooden skewer rather than a toothpick. Comes out clean, so we're calling it done. I've inverted it and placed it on a cooling rack. It's normal for this type of cake to stick to the pan a little, so you can go around the edge with a spatula to break it loose. There it is. Well, there you have it, a beautiful angel food cake. Make it along with me, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. Meanwhile, if you haven't subscribed, let me remind you again, please subscribe. Share this video with someone else you think might be interested in cooking, baking, food, the kinds of stuff we talk about on this channel. I'd appreciate that. Thanks again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again next time.